Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk to you about the bad and inept South Africa rugby quota system. And the quota system doesn't just apply to rugby, it applies to cricket as well. And recently, AfriForum, which is a white South African civil rights organization, and also Trade Union Solidarity, they had recently taken this situation to court and to oppose the rugby quotas, and I support them doing that, and let me explain why. By 2019, the South African sports minister has required that 50% of the rugby starters become non-white. Okay, here's the problem with that. Okay, the problem with that is South Africa is losing a lot of good rugby players, and these rugby players are going to other countries, and a lot of times they end up playing against South Africa. Okay, you could make an argument that the reason that South Africa didn't win the last Rugby World Cup, the 2015 Rugby World Cup, was because they had to scrape one of their white starters for a non-white starter, and the non-white starter wasn't as good in this case. Okay, and that is the problem with the quota system. And I'm not being racist saying this. The reason I say this is because 70% of black South Africans oppose this quota system. They recently did a survey in all 9 provinces, and 70% of the black South Africans oppose this quota system and believe the sports system should be based on merit and merit alone. Okay? And so in a democratic situation like South Africa is, the majority of the South African people do not want this quota system in place. And the AfriForum is right taking this to court, and I hope they win. Because the only thing in the sports system that needs to happen is merit, and South Africa is lost in the semifinals in the international cricket games recently as well for the same reason. I mean, but you go to the South African soccer, and traditionally, rugby has been the white South African sport. Soccer has been the black South African sport, and the sports systems need to be integrated. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is you go to South African soccer, and there's no quotas for that. I mean, all the South African soccer players are all black South Africans, and I personally don't have a problem with that, but just have the best players out there. And the problem with the rugby quota system is the best players are not being played because of that. So, anyways, hope everyone's doing well. Take care. God bless. MOA. Bye-bye.